for the benefit of the viewers, would that be a good opening, sort of, would that be fine?
This is Stranraer. And this is what you first see when you get off the train. It's what I see every Friday morning when I walk to the train in the cold coastal wind. It's a dump, a mess, an unwelcoming sight. It's not something you want people to think of the town as, their first impression. But it is, and it sucks. It's a town with a population of 13,000. A town this significant. A town that was once a cornerstone when you wanted to travel from Glasgow to Ayr to Ireland. It's a town that was once rich with traffic, flooded streets, busy shops, and most importantly, a hub for travelling. A hub that used to look like this, and this. This is what the town used to be. Then came 2011. A big change, a drastic change, a change of location.
After 150 years of daily sailings to Ireland, Stranraer Ferry Terminal has had its day.
The route has been losing money, and that's the harsh reality of it, is that we couldn't sustain the route potentially. So the reality is the fact that we've had to make this investment.
See, from here to here, from Stranraer to Cairnryan. That's a distance of 6 miles. With the cost of fuel for boats as big as these, 6 miles is a big difference. Punch the numbers into your calculator or Wolfram Alpha, and you get a number that is so significant, it was worth a £200 million change.
Now, I can see where Stena were going with this. With this large investment, they would effectively earn their money back in a couple of years anyway. And the job opportunities that were opening up in Cairnryan were significantly more than what Stranraer was offering. For example,
ticket inspectors, parking assistants, shopkeepers, all jobs that didn't exist back at Stranraer. Sounds great, right? This is what was left over. It's nothing more than an abandoned wasteland, a 37,000 square metre piece of land that has nothing going for it. There's this whole site here that has nothing in it. Why is there nothing in it? It used to have cars, lorries, a lot of cars and a lot of lorries, thanks Google Maps, all busy waiting for the grand HSS to park in the port and be boarded. Hundreds of people waiting to get to their new destination. Hundreds of people getting off. Several times per day.
I mean, it's a boat. It's nothing special, it's just what happens.
But if you strip that away, it leaves a void. Literally, this place becomes void of life. This is what the station looks like now. Something has to change. The town is in desperate need for an attraction or two. A racetrack, an amusement park, and no, not the one that comes to the town every October. That's embarrassing. Think Santa Monica Pier. Nightlife, day life. Any life would do here, but there's nothing. 7 years ago, there was life here.
Like I said, it was a hub.
A core, heart, focus, middle. Stranraer's own nucleus.
Oh, sorry, I'm just browsing through some Shutterstock videos with the word nucleus in the tags. I'd put them in the video, but I'm not going to shell out 50 quid for an HD version. It's not happening. It's not going to happen.
Or the town, I think your traders in the town, your cafes, your small shops, your garages, petrol pumps, type of thing, they'll all tell you there's a big downturn in the volume of their business due to the relocation. I'm quite sure they've had a very big impact on some of the smaller businesses.
What we have now is empty shop after empty shop. Hairdressers, pubs, pound shops. You could drive around the town 5 times and each time see a new empty building you missed before. So Stranraer is a hub, but it was even more important 50 years ago. So I'm gonna quit rambling and let Arthur tell you about that.
So what do you want to ask?
So I asked Arthur one question here, which was, can you give me a history of the Stranraer port? And he gave me a full 40 minutes of the history of Stranraer, which is incredible. So I've cut it down to as small amount as I can, just so it fits in this video, but honestly, it's worth a listen, so have a listen.
Anyway, he started to roll. This is just a short history on the Stranraer to Larne route. 70-something years. I can remember the Stranraer to Larne crossing probably vividly for about 7-year-old, which is about 67 years ago. In these days, it was regarded as a mail boat, and it was started at a time. The history of the channel to the travel between Northern Ireland and Stranraer started way back in the middle of the 19th century, early 18th century. Obviously meant that British Rail became into existence, and Stranraer to Larne became known as a ferry port, really nationally then. It really got prominence in these days. The object or the purpose of the mail boat in these days was predominantly to take the mail from Ireland to Scotland and vice versa. It wasn't regarded as a passenger ship. It was more as a freight line come passenger ship. Ships in these days, the mail was predominantly for Northern Ireland to probably Southern Ireland as well, but definitely it was referred to as a mail boat. At that time, anybody going by car, the cars were hoisted on board via a crane type of thing, or put onto a platform and on a sling virtually, and then they were just virtually manhandled by this kind of basic crane, and they were loaded up. There was no real downtime. It was the cost of fuel, absolutely. I think down to fuel, and had they continued at Stranraer, it probably would have brought about a closure. But the alternative was to move to Cairnryan, so they did that, and that really picked up the big savings on the fuel, and it has had a detrimental effect on Stranraer. The harbour, you can now, it's derelict, you can, and you just wonder what's going to happen to it.
Thanks, Arthur. So, all in all, what is this video? What's my message? I guess you could say it's a message to the council, or the government, or whoever's in charge of this big patch of land that's going to waste. Get on it. Do something about it. Breathe life into the town again. Because the same old castle in the town centre every time isn't going to bring people back for more. And if it does, that's just a 122 square metre area. Think what 37,000 can do.